Hello students, welcome to the My Dream. In this session, we will start a new topic that is blood grouping, the blood group of the chapter number 18, Body Fluids and the Circulation of Class 11 Biology. According to the theme of My Dream, what, why and how, we will see here what is the blood group, why we will be discussing this topic and how it will help to connect in the real life scenario. The first thing is what is blood group. According to the NCERT, here we will discuss about the ABO grouping. The ABO grouping is given by Karl Landstrom. See here, the ABO grouping is based upon the presence and absence of the antigens on the surface of a red blood cells. The ABO grouping is based upon the presence and absence of the antigens on the surface of red blood cells. Okay, what is antigens? The first thing is what is antigens? The antigens are the molecules that is present in all the cells of the human body that is recognized as a foreign particles by the immune system of any other individuals. Okay, so all the cells of a human body contains a molecules that we call the antigens, and this ABO grouping is based upon the presence and absence of the antigens on the surface of the red blood cells. So see here, this is a red blood cells. If this red blood cells have an antigen A, then the person shows the blood group A. If the antigen is B, then the blood group is B. If the person have both the antigens A and antigens B on the RBC surface, antigen A and B both on the RBC surface, then the blood group is AB. And if there is no antigen on the red blood surface, the blood group is O. So here no antigen is present, nil, the blood group is O. Now there is one more thing, the plasma of an individual also contains two natural antibodies, anti-A antibody and anti-B antibodies. There are two natural antibodies in the plasma, that is anti-A antibody and anti-B antibody. Now, if any person has the blood group A, then we see the plasma contains the antibody against B. Understand? The antibody here is anti-B antibodies. If the antigens is A, the blood group is A, but the antibody in the plasma is against B, and similarly in the B blood group, now the antibodies is the presence of which antibody here? Anti-A antibodies. Because these antibodies act upon the foreign particles, they act upon the foreign agents. If the person have the blood group A, it means they have the antigens A on the RBC. So if they have the antigens A on their RBC, so the antigen A is not a foreign particles for them. Now the antigen B is act as a foreign particles for them, so they have antibodies against a B. same as in case of B blood group. And for the antigen A and B, both the antigens are present in this case. So if both the antigens are present in this case, so there is no antibodies in that person, because both the antigens are present. No antibodies are present in that case. So we can say the antibodies is nil. Now let's move on the O blood group. We can see here in the O blood group there is no antigens, neither A neither B. There is no antigen, so both the antigen act as a foreign particle for the person having the blood group O. So the antibodies are anti-A and anti-B antibodies are present here for the person having blood group O, because the person with blood group O has no antigens either for A neither for B. So the antibodies are present for both. So the antibodies are A and B. Now this is all about the ABO blood grouping. Now next concept is why we will study this topic, why it is important to understand the ABO blood grouping. When we will discuss this topic with understanding the concept of the ABO blood grouping, we are able to understand the transfusion reaction. See here. Let's assume there is a person X, Y, Z. The person X have the blood group A. It means it has an antigens for A. And the person Y has a blood group B. It means it has antigens for the B and Z. The person Z has a blood group O. Now see here, if person A wants the blood, the person A needs a blood, but can he take or can he accept the blood from the person having the blood group B? No, because the B blood group having the antibodies against the A, and these antibodies act on this blood group, so it can only accept the blood from the A only and from O, because as we see the O blood group have no antibodies, so the person with the blood group A can accept the blood from A and from the blood group O. Similarly, here you can understand the donors group. The person with blood group A can accept the blood from which donor? From A only and from O. And similarly, the B can accept the blood from which donor? From B and from O. And the person with having the blood group A can accept the blood from A also, B also, and AB also, and from O also. You can see the person having the blood group AB can accept the blood from all the donors, which is A, B, AB, and O, because the person with ABO blood group have no antibodies, so they can accept the blood group from all the donors. Now the last is person having blood group O. From which donor they can accept the blood? Because they have the antibodies against A also, they have the antibodies against B also. So they cannot accept from any of them, but it can only accept from the O. So from this table, you can now understand the O is a universal donor, because the O can give the blood to any other person. So here we can say The person having the O blood group is the universal donor. O as a universal donor, because they can give a blood to all the types of the blood group. And in the AB blood group, they are universal acceptor. Because you can see here, they can accept the blood from all the types of the donors. So they are universal acceptor and they are universal donor. And the last thing is how we will connect this topic, the blood grouping, with our real life scenario. As you have all seen, when we go for the blood donation in the clinics or in the hospitals, or if there is any type of the emergency for the blood transfusion, the first thing to be asked is about only the blood group. What is your blood group? So that's why it is important to understand the blood grouping concept. And there is one more interesting concept, that is RH grouping, that we will discuss in the next session.